Hello everyone, we are going to be making a drawing of a Jeff Koons dog. So just like his metal, giant, huge sculptures of balloon dogs, we are going to be doing a drawing version of it, but we're going to try to make it still look shiny and big and really cool. So the first step is to draw our balloon dog. And before we get started, let me show you all the materials you're going to need. Obviously, white paper. Heavier paper is going to work a little bit better than super thin paper, but if that's all you have, it'll still be okay. You're going to want a pencil, possibly a Sharpie if that's something you feel like using, or any other permanent marker. Could be permanent black, blue, any color you want. You're also going to want a brush, paintbrush of some sort, and some water. And you're going to need some water-based markers. Okay, some markers that are washable. So look for the word washable. If you don't see the word washable, chances are it is almost always a washable marker if you bought it most anywhere. The only ones that aren't are these sort of permanent kind. So I'm going to start by drawing my balloon dog, and I could have my balloon dog facing this way, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to pick a direction. I'm going to have my dog facing this direction towards the left. And so I'm going to try to create a balloon dog shape. And a balloon dog shape is made up of lots of little ovals pieced together. So I'm going to draw his nose, do sort of an oval shape. And I'm going to draw his big balloon ears. There's one. I'm going to draw another one behind it so it feels like it's behind it. I'm going to draw sort of a neck shape. If you mess up, that's fine. You can always erase. They're all kind of just these like oval blobs. Let's see, let's get his body. Can make it whatever shape you want. The balloon dogs come in different shapes. Some are skinny, some are big, whatever. We're going to do his legs. They're going to look very much like the ears. We're going to have one oval and another oval behind it. Then in the back, we're going to have another oval that we can see almost all of. I like to do this step in pencil because of what I'm showing you right now. Sometimes I make mistakes and I like to be able to fix them. And then same thing, have another one behind it. Okay, so now we have ears, nose, neck, legs, body, legs. Last thing is the tail. There we go. Now I need to make this look a little more balloonish. So one of the characteristics of a balloon is that at the end of someone making a balloon animal for you, they usually have this little bit of extra balloon that didn't quite get blown up. So I'm going to add that tiny little bit right there because it's just a little extra that didn't get blown up. And then at the other end is usually the tie, the little balloon tie. So I'm going to do a little V shape sticking out. And then I'm going to do a sort of oval, sideways squished oval shape so that it has a look of sort of like a balloon, the tip of a balloon. Just like that. All right, so I have my dog shape made. Now the next thing is to figure out, where is this dog going to be? What's his environment? Where is he going to be? Now from different photos and videos that you have hopefully seen of Jeff Koons dogs, you'll notice that they are all over the place. Some are outdoors, some are indoors, some are sitting on platforms, some are in very white blank plain museums, and some are out in the middle where there's trees and all sorts of things. I think I'm going to do him on a platform. So I'm going to draw like a line. I'm going to skip because I want to make it look like it's behind his legs. I'm going to draw another line. I'm going to pretend it's on the other side. I'm going to draw another line. And I'm going to draw my platform at an angle so it looks like it's kind of sitting on top. So watch how I do this. Instead of drawing straight down, I want to draw out at an angle outwards, a diagonal line. I'm going to do that over here too. I'm going to go to diagonal line, so angled. I did not do a vertical straight line like you might expect. And now I'm just going to do another horizontal line, connect it. And now it looks like my dog is sitting on a platform. This is what we call making it in perspective. We want it to make it look like it's 3D, and a real platform from this perspective, from me looking at the dog, would not look like a perfect rectangle. It would look a little bit kind of angled. I'm actually going to add one extra little rectangle at the bottom here, because I want to make it look like there's a side to the platform. So now my dog is sitting on a platform, which is awesome. And I can decide what I want to do in the background. I think I'm going to have this dog be outdoors. So he's on a platform, but he's going to be outdoors. But I think in my imagination of outdoors, there's going to be a wall maybe, and then maybe trees behind it. So that's my imagination. Yours can be whatever you want. Maybe he's in the middle of a forest. Maybe he's in the middle of a beautiful gallery and everything is white and perfect around him, or maybe there's other artwork behind him. So I'm going to start by drawing a horizon line. I'm going to draw a line like this, and again I'm going to skip because I want to pretend that's going through the animal, and draw the line on the other side. So that is going to be the end. And I said I wanted to make it look like there's a wall, so I'm going to go do another line, same sort of thing, draw, and then I'm going to skip, continue drawing, and skip. So now it looks like there's kind of like this wall. So maybe the wall has lines on it, maybe it's like sort of a wooden one. So I'm going to draw lines all around just so it feels like there's a wall here. Whatever I want, okay? And now behind it is where my trees are going to be. I think I'm just going to sort of draw a few little trunks. I'm going to start with a few trunks. And maybe I'll just kind of do some puffy lines that kind of connect together. So it looks like all the trees are kind of connected together. So that's sort of how I decided to do this, okay? Now, I told you we need markers, and possibly the permanent marker and the water and the brushes. If you want to add this is to do the dog. If you want to add other color to the background, you might want to go in with some crayons or color pencils or something like that, or you might want to use marker again, or maybe you want to paint it, whatever. But let me show you how to do this dog first, okay? Then we'll talk about background stuff. I'm going to, I think I'm going to outline mine with Sharpie first. Again, you don't have to do this step that I'm about to do. This is an optional step. That means something that you can do if you feel like it, but you don't have to. I think I'm going to, because I really want to make sure this kind of stands out. And you know what? I went outside the line that I drew on, but that's okay, because again, balloons aren't perfect. So if it's a little bit wobbly and a little different, no big deal. It's not the end of the world. Some balloon animals come out really squished and goofy shaped, and some come out really fat and just perfect. I've actually done a lot of balloon animals in the past when I was probably in elementary and then into middle school. I thought it'd be really cool to learn how to do this. So I wanted to make, I'm going to outline some other stuff too. So I wanted to learn how to make balloon animals. I thought it'd be really cool. So I bought a book about it. And I practiced a lot every single day until I got really good at it. And it's just a really fun skill to learn. So if anyone has any interest in it, I would definitely recommend learning how to make balloon animals. So much fun. It's hard. It's a little tricky. It takes some work, and you have to get over that fear of all the balloons popping on you. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I think that this is all I'm going to outline. I don't think I'm going to outline the trees, because I think I want the trees to be kind of like loose and natural. So I'm going to take an eraser and erase all the extra pencil marks that are sticking outside of the Sharpie. Again, this is an optional step. You do not need to outline anything with Sharpie if you do not want to. If you want to go straight to the marker step and the painting step and the coloring step, that is totally fine. But this is a step I chose to do, and I wanted to show you how it works. All right, now I'm ready to make this balloon look more like a balloon animal. We need to make it look shiny and like it's popping out at us. So here's how we do it. Choose a color for your balloon animal in marker. Literally any color you want. I'm going to go with blue. It's my absolute favorite color and I just think it's beautiful, so I'm going to use blue. I got to decide if I want to use dark or light. I think I might use the lighter blue. And here is what you're going to do. Some of you may have done something like this in your other classes before. We're going to take this and we're going to outline our shapes. And we're doing a nice thick outline. I'm not doing a really skinny outline. I'm trying to do it nice and thick. So I want to see you outline every shape. We're not coloring it in. See how I'm not coloring it in? You do not want to color it in. That'll ruin the effect that we're going to try to get here. But I am going to outline every oval balloon shape that I created with my marker. And I want to make sure I leave some white because that's really important to getting this shiny, glowing effect that we're going to try to get. So after you outline everything with your marker, whatever color you do, it's not going to look probably quite as good if you choose lots of different colors because usually a balloon animal is only made out of one color. It's not made out of lots of different colors. So I'm not doing anything else in marker right now. That is it, just that. Okay, now that you get to this point, this is where the magic comes in. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dip it in the water and I'm going to get the marker wet with my brush and I'm going to try to fill in some of this white with the marker color that is there. And I'm going to try to make sure I leave the center white. So everything else is going to get kind of blended in. But I want to make sure I leave some of it white. Now, if it's not bleeding as much as you want, if you're not able to get the marker to bleed to the level that you want it to bleed at, then you can always do this old fun trick that I've shown you before, where you take a piece of foil, get a little marker on there, and then add water to this, and then use this to help fill in to make it a little bit darker. But the big thing is we want to make sure the center stays a little bit white. So I'm taking some of this and I'm filling it in. And I want to make sure the center stays white. So it looks like it's shining and glowing. And that is what I'm trying to achieve, is sort of this cool, shiny, glowy effect. So let me just finish what I'm doing here and I'll be right back so you can see it. All right, guys, so you can see my beautiful balloon dog. It definitely has a round 3D feel. And what really helps it have a 3D feel is that I have it dark, medium, and then light in the center. And that just makes that little piece feel round, like it's popping out at you. So this definitely doesn't feel like a flat, boring dog. This definitely has a fun 3D dog effect. And just like I said, if when you paint it with the water, you're not seeing it bleed and go from dark to light on its own very well, try this technique. Take a little bit of foil, take that same marker, scribble it on the foil, and then use your brush to kind of fill in the rest. At this point, we're just down to decorating the rest of the scene, so it's not just this dog sitting by itself in a black and white scene. So I'm going to fast forward to show you how that works, and we'll be right back. There you have it, guys. My finished balloon dog sculpture picture, and I hope yours comes out just as amazing. I'm really happy with my results. I used a combination of color pencil and crayon. I chose to make the stand that it was sitting on gray because I thought a lot of the ones I saw in the pictures were either white or gray or something like that. So I did light gray and then dark gray on the side just to make it look 3D. I added a little more dark gray just underneath the parts where I thought there might be shadows being cast. And then I just made the ground a simple plain brown color because I didn't really want it to stand out too much. If this was outdoors, I thought the ground would probably be gray or brown or white or something like that. The fence, I just did a little shadow on all of the parts of it. And then for the tippy top where I did not outline in Sharpie, I tried to make it just sort of this far away fuzzy scene. So I did blue crayon, brown color pencil for the trees, and then I did 2 different colors of crayons so I got some differences because most greenery outside is not just one shade of green. It's light green, dark green, a little bit of yellow, all different shades. So I tried to do that up here as well. So I hope you guys have fun with this. I can't wait to see what you come up with, and happy art making.